everybody who takes steroids will get an advantage, but not everybody who pulls sumo gets an advantage from it.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today I'm training with someone special. It's a Canadian powerlifting hero.
Thank you, man.
And today we'll be doing deadlifts, and let's jump right into it. This guy's trying to talk about everything before the video, dude.
Ruined it all.
Yeah, bro, come on.
You have to do like warm-ups before, or do you just like start?
Up to you. You're the powerlifter, so
okay.
I'm literally following you. Like,
okay,
yeah,
all right. So what I typically do is I put a plate on the bar, and then I'll just do it. I'll do it for like 5 to 10 reps, see how I feel. If I'm not warmed up, I'll do it again. And then after that, it's just like 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, 4 plate, whatever.
You don't skip quad day, eh?
In comparison to like my upper body, it looks like 2 different people. So. So when you're doing hook grip, this is the grip that I'm using. It's pretty much both hands are over and I'm wrapping my thumb. So I'm creating that friction. If I don't have the chalk, it might just slip open.
So I'm gonna pull this down. I want you to just like give me any form tips or cues, because I haven't pulled sumo in a while.
I think you do a good job because like sumo is such a movement that's like very like specific. I think that because you did it so often in the past, like you have like it's like locked into your mind.
By the way, guys, sumo is not cheating.
Yeah,
it all comes down to
just how you're built.
How you're built.
Like for me, like I post sumo in competition, but like my conventional and my sumo are within like 30 pounds of each other at like all times. Like right now,
oh, wow, that's pretty
yeah,
good, yeah,
like right now I'm not pulling conventional at all because I just competed at nationals. But even still, like if I were to have like a few deadlift sessions in conventional, I could probably pull like a low 600. Yeah.
I was following this guy for, dude, it's been
Bro,
like
I
for
was
like
gonna say
4 or 5
It's
years
like
now,
5
dude.
years.
And to see like how strong he's gotten is insane. Trying to be like you.
Trying to be like you,
Trying to be like you, my boy.
Like when I'm working up to like a top single, you guys seen like on like the lower weights, I'll go like 10s, 5s, whatever. And then when I get to around like 4 or maybe 5 plates, I'll just do singles because that's all that really matters.
That's exactly what I did when I powerlift, because you want to save
Energy.
you don't want to, yeah, exactly, you don't want to waste your energy on your warm-ups. You want to save it for your top set, you know? So
Yeah, and you want to make smart jumps. So say like for this example, if I'm gonna pull like 585-ish today, I don't need to pull like 570 before that. Like I'd rather just take a bigger jump, assuming I won't miss, but there's no point in taking these
you're
little
not
jumps.
gonna miss anything today.
Exactly.
He's not gonna miss anything.
I have you here.
No pressure, no
You'll
pressure.
just catch it.
Take
That's
that.
a good sign. Like 405, like usually when you're around like 405, which is like 60 to 80% for most people, if it moves bad, you know, like, oh, today's not a good day.
You know what? I remember maybe like 10 years ago, I mean, I wasn't into powerlifting 10 years ago, but it was known for powerlifters to be fat. But now most powerlifters I see are like jacked, you know? Powerlifters aren't no longer like fat.
Yeah, well, it's just like with anything as it grows, like, you know, it's gonna get more and more competitive. And like, say like for my weight, or let's go like 93, so 205 pounds, like you have like either a fat guy at 205 pounds or a guy jacked out of his mind who's gonna have more potential to lift more weight. It's gonna be the jacked guy. So like if you look at like the world level, the people that are like the top and winning, they just look like units.
What's your best gym lift?
The best squat I've ever done was last summer. I was a little bit heavier. The most I've squatted was 650. Yeah,
I mean,
and
it makes sense, bro. Look at the squats, dude. What the fuck?
bench 353, but like, you know, it is good, but like it's also more like the powerlifting style, like
the
so
ultimate
arching,
arch and
so like people might not like respect it, but it's within the rules, so I don't really care what people respect or not.
Yep.
And then deadlift, the most I've done, I haven't pulled more than 650, but I've done like sets of 3 with like 620. So
That's strong, bro. So we got 455 pounds loaded.
What we got on here?
555, so we'll see how this goes, and then we'll just jump up to probably the top weight, so we'll see.
Yo, what song do you think he's listening to?
Miley Cyrus. I'm trying to think of a Miley Cyrus song.
Party in the USA?
Let's go. Shit. So Luke said I could go up, so jump is to 525 pounds, so let's see if I can do it. If I don't get it, that's okay, but let's see what I can do.
Nah, you'll get it.
I'll get it, we'll see. You know what? I think the only reason why I got this weight is because you're watching me, you know?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so when's the last time you pulled heavy? 'Cause this is like literally like 90-ish
Okay,
percent.
so here's what. I think last year in October, I was like, you know what, let me try to get into powerlifting again. And I did it for maybe like 3-4 weeks, and I got up to like 500, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do this again. But that was the last time.
You just beat it already. In
Yeah, I
like
just
one
beat it
day.
already. One day, yeah, shit. Who said bodybuilders can't be strong? The only reason why you got 525 because you did sumo.
Hey guys, so now I am doing my actual program. I kind of just YOLO'd that last pull, but I have deadlifts with 405 right here. I'm going to be doing pause reps, and the reasoning that I'm going to be doing pause reps is because it's a good way to build and refine your positioning. So once I leave the floor, you're gonna see in the actual video, once I leave the floor, I'm gonna pause about here, and that's making me build that tension and my brace and be able to hold that positioning.
Was that cheating?
Those were clean, bro.
Or was it cheating though?
His arms are cheating, bro. Look at the length.
I shouldn't be doing sumo. Sumo's cheating.
That was nice though, bro, for real. Yeah, those are real. Those are clean. Those are
You have the longest
Yeah.
arms, right? So might as well.
So you're built for deadlift.
Yeah.
You could even make the steroids is cheating argument better than the sumo one, because everybody who takes steroids will get an advantage, but not everybody who pulls sumo gets an advantage from it. So that alone is like the argument. Like you could talk about, you know, work demands and like bar distance and all that stuff, but like if it was cheating across the board, everybody would see an advantage, but they don't, right? Yeah. And like I've heard some people say, oh, but if the bar was long enough, then the bigger lift, then everybody would see an advantage. But that's not true. Like if the bar was so long that someone who was, say, really tall, big and tall, could go even wider, like then they would get an advantage. But then that's like saying, oh, if the basketball rim was 11 feet or something. It's like, it's not the way it is. So,
And even still, it doesn't matter how, if you spread your feet too wide, it's too wide. They're not stacked.
I'm not going out to the place because it just doesn't work as well for me. Same thing on bench. If I go max legal width, I can't get it the same leverage. Yeah.
Sure, there's less distance to be traveled, but you have to find that middle ground between force output and like actual like technique and just the way that you're setting up.
Heard about this. So people will say the reason why, because I say if sumo is cheating, why do half of lifters on average not use it? Right? Like if it was cheating and you got people representing their country in competition, they're gonna do whatever they can to their advantage, right? So people in response to that will say that they just learned on conventional, and so they're just used to sticking to that. But that's not true, at least not in all cases, because I've seen people try sumo and not be as good at it, give it an honest shot, and then just go back to conventional. People don't want to pull sumo because it's like clowned on, right? Like it's not seen as legit, so they don't want to do it. There's no way that competitive powerlifters care about what social media people are thinking. Otherwise, they wouldn't do the arch, right? Like the arch gets clowned on more than the sumo stance, but people still arch. So it's not like their ego is going to be bruised by taking a wider stance. So I don't think that's a good argument either.
You know what? Most of this, or some of this is going to go in my video, and there's still going to be people in the comment section saying sumo is still cheating.
Oh yeah.
That was it for the session. Luke and I did some deadlifts. And let me know if you all want me to get into powerlifting. I did pull, what was it, 525 pounds? So maybe 530, okay. So maybe in the future I can maybe aim to pull 600 pounds. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment for the algorithm. And if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. And until next time, peace.